Makemebad35.
Holy shit. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I started YouTube back in 2006. I was 17 years old. Pretty much you could consider me like a baby sperm. What? And from those past 10 years of being on YouTube, I have almost 2 million subscribers and 310 million video views. Where's the sound of my head exploding? So now I'm gonna make a video that's gonna probably be really fucking long, going over the history of Makemebad35. So if you haven't really seen any of my older videos, you're gonna probably be in for a big surprise.
My best friend just screwed my girlfriend.
Just jerk off. So why did I start making YouTube videos? Well, in school, I always liked being crazy in front of my classmates, and I loved the internet. So eventually YouTube came around. Instead of, being crazy in front of the classmates, I was like, let me be fucking crazy online. So I just wanted to post videos and have a few random strangers laugh at me, and I made some really weird videos. Trust me, I don't even know what the fuck was going in my mind at the time.
Dude, I don't stick cornflakes on my dog's ass, okay?
Little did I know how big YouTube would eventually get. When I say big, I mean enormous, because YouTube really shaped the way the internet is today. To put it in perspective, back in 2006, the word YouTube, no one knew what it was. It was just so foreign to people, and it's just like, oh, it's just another website. But now when you ask people, it's pretty much asking people, do you know what Google is? And it's crazy to think about that I've been a part of this ride. And the ride has not stopped yet, it's still fucking going. But let's start from the beginning of my channel. So in 2006 and 2007, I really uploaded some weird videos, and I mean weird. There's a video of me jerking off a balloon in a shower. There's also another video of me like in a skeleton costume spanking my friend with a horn.
Oh yeah, yeah!
And there's another video of me where I dressed my cat up as a grandma and I talked to my grandma about sex. Grandma, there's something up your butt.
Grandma, you spilled your water, Grandma!
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, during that time, anything was uploaded. You didn't have to write out a sketch. You didn't have to have a big production. You could just fucking fart on camera and then upload it. But what also pulled me into YouTube was this community that was around it. Some old school people like Renetto, Boheme, Paper Lilies, My Digital Soul, and some names you know now like Smosh, Philip DeFranco. After I graduated high school in 2006, I put more focus on YouTube. I actually bought a camera, editing software, a PC for editing, and then I got serious. My first video that I wrote a sketch to was called The Real Hostile, and it was really my first character I made. And he was called The Torturer, which involved him in a pink bathrobe and a purple stitch hat that I made personally, and an inflatable hammer. And he also wore those Oakley sunglasses that made him look like an alien because they were so bright. It was a very strange guy that ended up being a reoccurring character. The Torturer was this madman who loved to torture people in the most bizarre ways that aren't actually like psychotic. But to him, they're extremely insane. And then the people he's torturing think they're going to die, so they're freaking out, but at the same time, most of his victims, they end up dying somehow. Probably because of a heart attack of how stupid his torture methods really were.
What's going on, man?
I'm gonna mop your face!
No, don't mop my face!
The torturer actually even went in public before. Now the only other reoccurring character that I dressed up as was named Jimmy. Now Jimmy was like a big baby. He's supposed to be late teens, adult, but mentally, he's like a 10-year-old who's horny and wants to fuck everything. He's also very awkward and refers to himself in third person all the time.
Guess what Jimmy has?
What do you have?
Jimmy has a penis!
Like the torturer, Jimmy has also made an appearance in public, which is something I actually want to revisit because it's fucking hilarious.
Jimmy did it! Finally, I poo-pooed! Yay!
My most two iconic characters that I interacted with was Mr. Wooden Alligator and a magical giraffe.
What the?
Well, hello, Damien. I'm a wooden fucking alligator. Check out my red wheels.
Mr. Wooden Alligator came first, I believe in 2007. He was my pet, but at the same time, he was a real asshole to me. He ate my father, he would treat me like shit, and he was also gangster.
What's up, my nigga?
Did this alligator just call me a nigga?
I even took that fucker to college. I mean, what grown man takes a wooden alligator toy to college? This guy. A little bit later, the magical giraffe came out in 2008.
Oh my god!
Your wish has been granted!
I just shitted a Big Mac!
The magical giraffe was this tall, stuffed giraffe. And what he would do, he would grant you wishes on one command. With that command being you take his tail and you jerk it off.
Jerk off my tail, boy! Boy, jerk off my tail!
It was just a horny giraffe that wanted to be jerked off for wishes. People wanted to watch it.
You stupid giraffe! How do you like me jerking you off, giraffe? Ah!
The biggest reason these characters probably existed was because I had no one to act in my videos. Yeah, I have friends, but that's not a talking gangster alligator, which is way more entertaining.
Well, good morning, Princess Faggot! Who got your panties in a bunch?
Now what propelled this madness? How did Makemebad35 start getting viewed? Well, for the very first few years of YouTube, you were actually able to browse videos. You were able to check out the top 100 most viewed, the top 100 most liked. You could go in the comedy section, the entertainment section, the vlog section. Now YouTube doesn't have that, it's just suggested videos YouTube thinks you will like. So a lot of my videos would be in these sections. For instance, you could click the comedy tab, and then out of the first 20 videos I might be like number 18. Or sometimes, be in the top 5. Essentially, the higher you are, the more views you would get. The big secret for me was I tried to get a lot of my friends and people I knew online to go comment the video, because the more comments one video had, you could go in the most commented section and bam, there's your video, get the views, get the subscribers, and suddenly, they're into the madness. And then came my You're Insane series, which essentially was my first real popular series on YouTube. And by series, I mean there were 1-minute videos of me just going absolutely ballistic. Me jumping up and down, going super hyper speed, and then I would actually speed that up to make it even more crazy. But what really did it, in 2007, I wrote a YouTube rap music video. I sung the lyrics, I went to the studio, had it all recorded, made a music video out of it, and then posted it online, hoping YouTube would feature it on their front page.
Y-O-U-T-U-B-E. Everyone should be chillin' at YouTube.
And sure enough, after a few weeks, I was right there on the front page. Now that was serious because essentially it's like being on the front page of the newspaper. YouTube didn't have any like force-fed videos back then. If you're on the front page, everyone's going to see you. You go to youtube.com, bam! That's my fucking face right there. Being an idiot. It was such a horrible song with cheesy lyrics, but it worked in my favor. And shortly after that, I made my newest Insane video, Insane Driver, which ended up being my most popular Insane video. Now this was great because my other You're Insane videos already had momentum, and that had huge momentum from that music video, so this being my best You're Insane video, just fucking skyrocketed my channel into oblivion! And about a year later, in 2008, I made a video called You're Psycho. And a little fun fact that no one probably knows, that was supposed to be a collaboration with Philip DeFranco. He told me if I filmed a few clips of me going crazy, that he would actually put me in his videos, which is weird because he mostly discusses news, so it's like, how the fuck would that even work? But I liked Phil, and I thought it would have been a fun promotion, so I sent him over me like sucking off the sink and a few other clips, and he never used them. But can you blame him? Luckily it turned out for the better because I just uploaded on my channel because I put in the work, so people need to see the insanity. And luckily enough, well, I got 7 million views, and for whatever reason, people still quote that video.
Oh my god! I think I shit my pants!
2008 to 2010 is when YouTube actually started picking up some steam. More people were joining, the production was slowly going up. YouTube changed its format from 4x3, which was a box of fucking bullshit, to 16:9, which was a much nicer look. YouTube was really catching on. And this was a time where Fred came out. If you don't know who Fred was, he was this 14-year-old kid who was the most subscribed and watched person on YouTube. His videos consisted of him talking about his school day or his neighbor girl, Judy, and then he sped up the videos. So he sounded like a chipmunk the entire video, very much like my Insane videos. But my Insane videos, I didn't talk about anything, I just went crazy. But his character was also similar to my Jimmy character. Jimmy just wasn't sped up, but he talked about his neighbor girl, and he had the same mentality as Fred. Only Jimmy was horny, and he cussed a lot. This propelled people to say that I copied Fred, which doesn't make much sense because they're talking about 2 separate videos of mine, which I think came out before Fred. It was fucking weird. So this inspired me to make a video called I Am Fred, which was a parody of what Fred actually does. So I could tell people, this is copying Fred, not those things. And sure enough, that garnered some views, and that shut people up, for the most part.
Here, kitty, eat the pizza for camera. The pizza goes in the kitty's stomach. Eat the pizza, kitty.
Speaking of neighbor girls, the video Jimmy Wants to Get Laid that became my most popular Jimmy video, the girl in that video ended up being my girlfriend at the time. And this ended up being my first really real relationship, all because I saw a girl comment in one of my videos, I saw her icon, I thought she was cute, and then we ended up being a couple. And if I didn't see that one comment, we would have never met, and Jimmy Got Laid would have never been a video. It's because of that video people wanted to see more Jimmy, because before that, people didn't really care. I would have probably stopped.
What do you like to do?
Jimmy wants to touch your pussy!
Shut up!
With the success of Jimmy Wants to Get Laid, months later I wanted to create a sequel.
Oh, sweet lord. Jackpot.
So we filmed Jimmy Gets a Boner, and when I uploaded it to YouTube, it was actually growing faster than Jimmy Wants to Get Laid when that was first uploaded. It got 1 million views in just 2 to 3 weeks, and for back then, that was a shitload. It's still a lot now, but back then, like, woo! And that's when YouTube decided to remove the video. And their reasoning was, she looked like a minor. When in fact, she was 19, older than I was in the video. Things just don't make sense sometimes. It sucks because this could have been my most popular video. I'm guessing from anywhere from 10 to 20 million views. Someone even re-uploaded it a few months later, and it's still on YouTube. In 2009, I went to move into a college, and this is when I was fretting, what's the future of YouTube for my channel? I was about to room in with 7 other people, share a room with someone. I could be like doing a lot of work, I might be doing a lot of partying. It's like, is YouTube done? Am I done?
Hold up. What are you talking about? What bananas?
Stop doing fucking push-ups, man! No!
Little did I know the guy I was rooming with would help revamp my Makemebad channel. And just like that, it refreshed my entire channel. It was pretty much having a brand new channel. The contrast of me being silly and obnoxious to Kyle's assholeness and hatred towards me was the perfect thing that my channel needed. The video The Homosexual Ghost was our first video we filmed and ended up being our most popular video that we filmed together.
Please, what do you want?
I want some cookies and dick.
It was just basically us in bed and I'm yelling at Kyle that there's a gay ghost that wants to fuck my butt. And Kyle's yelling at me because he doesn't see the ghost. It just commenced into madness and it ended up being a fan favorite video.
The ghost is gonna take advantage of me!
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna kill you before that happens if you don't
Shut the fuck up!
And of course we continued to film more videos as the years went on. Sometimes featuring our roommates or other people, but it was mostly our chemistry that my subscribers enjoyed and watched.
Rise and shine, Kyle. It's Christmas.
It is 7 in the morning. Shut the fuck up!
So my channel was pretty bumping for 2008 and 2009. It was just like a whole new experience because now my videos are in college dorms, I have actually other people to use. It was great. And YouTube was thriving at the same time, so things couldn't have been any better. 2010 was a game changer for YouTube, and that's because DSLR cameras came about. Things were suddenly really HD and at a very affordable price. I mean, it might have been $1,000, but that's better than paying $20,000.
The naughty blueberry and the sneaky deep blue splatter. Bunny, hop, hop.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Evolve into a bunny machine! Bunny 2000! Jesus Christ!
So a lot more people's videos looked fresh as fuck, almost as if a studio was producing them. So I got this baby to film sketches on back in 2010, and that just upped the quality in my channel. Although still absurdity as far as content goes. Now this leads me to what I would consider, and what a lot of you would consider, my best videos ever on my channel, which were the how-to videos. Hey guys, thanks for watching part 1 of the Makemebad35 history. Be sure to tune in for next week for part 2.